Every single day I get a call from a security guard owner or insurance buyer that has a situation that, through my experience, I can help them with. And that keeps me going, right? Because that really just motivates me.
Hello and welcome back. I'm excited about this conversation. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Craig Mount here with me today is a true subject matter expert. I know that term gets thrown around quite a bit, but Craig has truly built a career and a tremendous reputation for serving and providing insurance solutions for the security guard industry. He's been doing it for over 25 years.
Yep.
Craig is an avid reader. He's constantly pushing himself professionally and personally. He's always sending me podcast recommendations, book recommendations. It's like he and I basically have a book of the month club that only has 2 members, he and myself. But Craig, happy to have you here. Honored that you've been a real mentor to me, and I can consider you a friend to me. So I thank you for all that you've done in my career. And I'm happy that you are here to be chatting with us today.
Yeah, I'm excited. I know it's taken a couple times, so I'm ready to get started on this.
No, this will be fun. This will be fun. We'll be gentle with you, Craig.
Yeah.
So as we get going, I just want to jump right into it. Talking about that, you are a true subject matter expert in the security guard industry. What got you started in that industry? How paint a picture for me of what that origin story looked like?
Sure. It's kind of one of those things I stumbled upon, thankfully. But, 25 years ago or more, I got into the industry thinking I'd be in the insurance industry, 4 or 6 months at the most. And I was cold calling for another broker at the time. And I was cold calling everybody and anybody who would talk to me, no matter what industry you're in. So just through the cold calling, happened to call a fairly large security guard company located out of Los Angeles. Booked an appointment with them, went up there, not knowing really anything about the security guard industry, but just going through and learning about it with the other broker, my mentor at the time. We walked through it, went back to our office, did a lot of research as much as we could do at the time, and found an MGA that was located out of Dallas that specialized in providing insurance solutions for the guard industry. We were able to get a quote from them, take it back to that fairly large security guard company, and sold it and upgraded their coverage immensely. Provided them coverages they had been looking for years at a very competitive premium. I want to say the premium was even less than what they were paying. So they thought it was too good to be true, and then we went through all of it and then realized, hey, maybe this is something, we have something here. So I continued to cold call in that industry and got referrals from that newly insured, and it kind of took a snowball effect from there. And here we are 25 years later, and now that's all I do 24/7, 365 is security guard companies, insuring that industry.
But I know you've done a great job with branding yourself, branding your expertise in that industry.
Yeah.
You've really taken it to heart. When you take a look and take a step back, what are some of the biggest mistakes you see companies in the guard industry making when they are looking for insurance?
I think it's an old practice that every industry has when it comes to shopping the insurance. It's the shotgun approach. They go out to everybody and anybody, and say, here, take this information, run with it, and bring me back your best price, typically, or solution. I would say today, all industries, and definitely security guard, is becoming very specialized. I know who my competitors are, and they do it very well. And there's not a whole bunch of us out there that specialize just in this industry. I'll tell you the biggest mistake I see owners and people responsible for buying insurance for guard companies is they're using people that aren't specialized in the industry. This is there's specialized coverages that there's things you have to know. There's relationships you need to have with the underwriters and MGAs that really will make a difference in the long run for your company today as it sits, and as your company grows and collects more contracts. So that's the number one mistake I see people make, is not using a broker that specializes in their industry.
So what would you say is the best way for them to prepare and be ready to go out to market?
Preparing and going out to market is being as transparent as possible with their information, their operations, good and bad, everything that they're doing as far as the types of contracts they have. Just be ready, because I always tell my insurance, I'm an extension of your business. Just like you have a lawyer, an accountant, you're going to have an insurance professional. I need to know everything about your business, and it's my responsibility to take all the information you provide me out to the underwriters and present you in the most favorable light possible, so we get you the best coverage along with the most competitive pricing. But you have to be transparent with me in order to do that, and you have to be transparent so I know all the ins and outs of your business so I can represent you correctly.
And that way you could, because I know you have some very unique solutions too. Outside of, you discussed the MGA, but there's PEO options that you've been really successful at as well.
Right.
So again, with that story, you need that story. You need to massage that message when you're going out to the market.
Yeah. Yeah. Because even though you're in the same industry, every company's different. And the solution, there's a lot of solutions out there. There's not one, solution for every security guard company. So me knowing the ins and outs, I can hopefully direct you in the best possible solution for your company.
It's great. Yeah. So we touched on it. I mean, 25 years, that's a long time. Congratulations.
It's about 24 years longer than I thought it would be.
There you go. Yes. You've done quite well. What keeps you motivated to continue to serve this industry, serve the guard industry, be in the insurance industry for this long?
It keeps me motivated is every single day I get a call from a security guard owner or insurance buyer that has a situation that, through my experience, I can help them with. And that keeps me going, right? Because that really just motivates me. It seems like every day I get the call, they've been looking for a solution, if not days, weeks, months. And I'm like, I can fix this for you. I can find you the solution. I know how to do this. It's just like, it took them a long time to get in front of me, to get a hold of me, to find my number. But once they do, and once we get in contact, if I can help a person out of a situation where my knowledge and expertise comes into play, that just keeps me answering the phone and keeps me motivated every single day.
That's fun. So, what would you say to somebody who is, because I understand your daughter's getting into the industry. What would you say to somebody that is getting into the insurance industry? What's your best piece of advice?
Oh man, there's so many pieces of advice. I would tell you, just from experience and the way me and the other guys that I came in to the industry with, we weren't great at it. Nobody's going to be, but I would tell you, just get as many reps as possible. Just keep on calling, talk to as many people as talk to you as possible. Do everything you can, and then eventually you'll form into a niche and an expert, and you'll find your place within the insurance industry. But I would tell you to start out, talk to everybody and anybody, and just have as many good conversations as you can possibly have on a daily basis. And not everything has to lead to a sell, but just having those conversations open doors for you.
And what was that line, you and your mentor, what was the line you used in one of those early meetings? We're young,
and we don't know a whole bunch. but what we don't know, we can maybe find out for you. And
there you go.
Let's just say that meeting ended within seconds of that quote.
But that's your rep. That's an early rep.
Yeah, he never took my call again, but that's okay. But that's one of those things you learn. I mean, you really do. I mean, we were both extremely young. My mentor was young. He wasn't much older than me. And we were just out talking to many people we could, and we stepped over ourselves many times. And
I could tell tell you that mentor is Curtis Barton, our CEO of our company, who is done
Yeah, he's
quite
done
well
okay
in
for
the
himself.
industry. Yeah, he's made good for himself.
Yeah, he turned out okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I always like to wrap it up. Your vision of what the insurance looks like in the security guard industry for 2025.
For 2025, just over the last, I don't know how many years now, the security guard industry is a growing industry, unfortunately, because of what we see on the daily news. Turn on the news and, unfortunately, you see some horrible things. So it is a growing industry. At the same time, the claims are becoming more severe within the industry. So just like all industries, like I said before, it's becoming very specialized. So I think it's going to become even more specialized because instead of what's going to happen is you're going to pay for more and get less when it comes to insurance. And unless you use a professional that is specialized in the industry, he's going to be able to help you navigate that and to guard against as many liabilities as possible. There's no such thing as guarding against every single liability, but there is a way to be properly protected. And within this industry, there's so many liabilities that remain open unless you use a specialist.
Well, that's great. Well, I appreciate it, Craig. This was fantastic. I know this won't be our only conversation. We're going to have much more to unpack. I want to actually get into some of the policies and exclusions of what you're seeing in the industry and where people are lacking. So I think that will be very helpful in our next conversation. But I appreciate your time today, Craig.
Cool. I appreciate it. Thank you.